Chicken queso a la Tillamook. It's so great and I can't wait for you to try it. Let's go. Everybody from the Pacific Northwest who follows me, of course, tells me all about this, and I'm delighted because they're new to the Midwest. One of the things that I think is great is that it's a farmer-owned and farmer-led dairy co-op, and I love how this farm-style cut melts beautifully. And because I'm working with this Tillamook cheddar and making a chicken queso, we're going to take the sauce and do something kind of special to it. It's basically canned tomatoes, Mexican oregano, we've got adobo, onions, salt, garlic, and olive oil. The reason I like to do the whole cans of tomatoes is because the best tomatoes are always the whole ones. And what I do is take the knife and I just stick it through and cut the tomatoes. Can't wait to show you how to make the sauce. So here we go. Got the olive oil hot, but not too hot. Let's get the onions in here and we're going to saute these and sweat them. Get a nice little golden color before we add other things. Mid-course correction, cook's choice. I realize that there's the onions that are going to give it some nice texture, so I'm going to blend this all together with the adobo pepper, and we're going to be adding this in just a minute. So we're adding the salt. Isn't this golden and yummy and delicious? Let's add the garlic and let's get that mixed up. And then this Mexican oregano, and of course you can use regular, but the Mexican oregano is a little bit different. Now what we're going to do is simmer this for 15 minutes uncovered. Here's the thing, you can absolutely just get a store-bought sauce, no problem, but I'm a bit of a lily gilder, so I always like to take it up a notch, and also it's a chance to teach you a great technique. There it is, it's been about 15 minutes, and that sauce is spectacular, so great. I got these cutlets already, but what I'm going to do is cut it right down here, down the seam, and then we're going to have two lovely pieces. And you see how it's a little bit thick? It's a little bit thicker than I want it to be, so we're going to just pound it a little bit to get it a little more tender. Here's another one. Now you got two choices. You can just cut this down and use it, but if the one piece is small and you're kind of wanting more entree sides, you can put this aside. It's going to be great for chicken salad. It's going to be wonderful for chicken fingers. So many ways to use it, but it's your choice. So I've got it between wax paper here, and I'm going to take my rolling pin, and I know some people have a meat mallet. I'm a little jealous, but I like my rolling pin, and let's just get it a little bit thinner. Let's see it again. Do you think I like doing this? I do, something about it. And it's going to make this dish more tender, more delicious. Can't wait for you to try this, and you're going to make it again and again for your family. So here's some of what goes into it. Chicken cutlets. I've got gluten-free flour, Parmesan cheese, of course Tillamook cheese, and I cannot wait to tell you more about that. This fantastic sauce, eggs, salt, and pepper. Now, I use cup for cup flour because I know it just works well, but the reality is this is fantastic with non-gluten-free flour. And what you're going to do is combine these two, and you really want the Parmesan like this, very dusty looking, and stir it all up. Here go the eggs. And if you haven't discovered the quarter sheet pan for cooking, it's just like the greatest thing in the world for a cook. Now what we're going to do is, even though there's plenty of salt in here, we're going to salt and pepper the chicken just a little bit. What I do is just do a bit of salt and pepper all over. This is such a great dish that I always like to double it because it's so delicious, and you're absolutely going to want one for tomorrow. I like to hide away a little piece. So what we're going to do is, this is egg hand, and you just use this hand in the egg, okay? Then you go over here and you put it in the flour, and here you just use the flour hand. It's pretty much a revelation. Let's do it again. Didn't you think that was kind of fun? It's kind of one of those things, if you learn, you're going to use it the rest of your life. I'm going to shake this off a little bit, and then I'm going to go over and use the flour hand. At some point, if you just get it in the wrong pot, so you get it in the wrong pan and you make a mess, just stop, wash your hands, and start again. When it's hot but not smoking, and as minimally as you can, let's put these on. And of course you can do it in any kind of pan you want. You can do a cast iron pan, you can do a no stick, whatever you want to do. Let's flip it. Not always easy, and sometimes you lose a little something, which I did, but still fabulous. Let's do more. Then I like to take this little spatula and then this other one, and you just take your time and get it all. Oh, that one's going to stick a little, so you let it loosen a little. So I flipped it, a little bit damaged, but that's okay because here's the beautiful thing, is the chicken parm has two sides. And I call it chicken parm affectionately because it's a spin-up on my chicken parm recipe with Tillamook Mexican cheddar blend. Love it. Now you know that fabulous pomodoro sauce I made. What I'm going to do here is spread it. Just put some on and then just kind of spread. Don't need to get crazy. And then the best part, we put on the cheese. Sprinkle liberally. And of course it depends on how much you like, anywhere between a cup or two. And really it's done and we're going to get it in the oven. Just get the cheese heated and melting and that is it. And then the great thing is really just broiling it because this is all cooked, it's ready to roll. And I use the Mexican blend, by the way. It would be absolutely lovely with the cheddar, and you could also just do some peppers in here, blackened. So I love the dish. It's great for football games, it's great for potlucks, great for Friday nights, and this Tillamook Mexican 4-cheese is wonderful. It melts beautifully, and it's just a spectacular magic elixir. So at this point, we cannot wait to dig in. Something that I love to do is actually do a double batch where you're just doing the sauteing of the chicken, and then what you can do is, like tomorrow night for dinner, put the cheese on, melt it, and you've got another dinner. You're gonna love it.